All right. Hello, crypto world. It's your boy Muddy Mo, aka Mr. Bean, coming at y'all again with another daily DeFi degenerate update. What up, y'all? Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Man, I missed y'all, man. I missed y'all. Hey, listen, I got a little different setup. Now, y'all got to let me know if it work out. I'm going to wait till y'all to get on in. Y'all know how I am. I like to run my mouth, you know what I'm saying? Until y'all get on the pin here. So y'all get on the pin here and you know what I mean? Just check out what we got going on in this space, man. Brian, what up? What up? What up? What up, Mo? Yes, sir. What up, Brian, man? We got a lot to talk about, as always. Y'all know every day we got a lot to talk about. But you know, some exciting things going on. One thing I'm very happy about, y'all know we DeFi degenerates over here. This is what we do every day, right? One thing that I am really happy to see is that we're getting a lot of new contracts. And not only just that, you know, some contracts are a little rinse and repeat. We'll talk about that today. But some of these contracts are new. And I'm seeing a big hole, a big gap, even though it's a bear market and all of that, that typically has not affected DeFi in the past. So we got a lot to talk about as far as, you know, how that's going to affect us. In the past, usually it doesn't matter what the market is doing. We generally are in good shape just because, you know, we got we generally got a lot of stuff going on in DeFi, whereas we're getting little drips and drops every day, you know. So I appreciate y'all checking in with me, man. And you know, just so y'all know, you know, not to toot my own horn, but I do want to say there's not a show like this in the DeFi space. You're not going to find a show where we're walking through stuff and y'all can stop me and ask questions. So make sure y'all take advantage. You know, a lot of people get caught up on the wrong things. We're going to talk about some influencers today, some other things as well. So, you know, it is what it is. Now, before we get going, I know y'all still getting here. Listen, let me say this. Y'all know I like to tell stories, man. One thing y'all have to make sure that you always do is expect the worst, but hope for the best. Expect the worst and hope for the best. All right. A lot of times people get overzealous and they get comfortable in their positions. And that's the easiest way to either get overtaken by somebody underneath you, or you can get lackadaisical and just lose sight of what your goal is, which is bigger than that. So you got to always make sure that y'all, you know, expecting the worst, like especially us in DeFi, man. You know, these contracts, these contracts, some people got in, it's like, man, they, you know, are excited, the excitement's there. And, you know, I will tell y'all the the part of DeFi which, you know, people come and stay or either they go is where we are right now. It's when it's tough. It's not when all the prices are up. Trust me, because you're going to see a lot of influencers start coming and going, and people start getting quieter and quieter. So, you know, it is what it is. It's just like talk to my people, man. So if you're new to this space, welcome. You know, what I mean? We're happy to have you. You know what I mean? But just know that, you know, right now it's going to be the hardest time to buy. So, but you know, some of these contracts, you know, some of y'all got something in your wallet, a little something in your wallet. Just make sure that, you know, you're doing for you. And that's why we're in this space. All right, let's get off into it, man. How y'all feeling today, man? Talk to me. Y'all know how I am now. Y'all got to talk to me. All right. So we got the link tree as always. Y'all see some additions. We got some additions up, and I just want to run through this really quick. So at the top, one of the main headings. Real quick, let me go through the main topics of today before I get going. The first main topic is how to buy and sell Hex. Shout out to Brian. He's gonna be our special guest today. Y'all know Brian like a regular. He's a regular on the show. So shout out to Brian. But what we're gonna do is I'm gonna let Brian screen share, and I'm gonna walk him through how to purchase Hex, and not only just that, some tools to Hex, and also the most important thing I would say is how to stake Hex. So that's for all my noobs, and not just that, it's kind of a refresher for my OGs, all my vets who've been in the game. We got Hex in the wallets, waiting on stakes to end. Y'all waiting, everybody. Y'all, I ain't alone. Y'all waiting on Hex stakes too. You know what I mean? Like, because if you don't end it early, we'll talk about all that. But that's the first portion, and the second portion is we're gonna be talking about the new contract called Averyx on the BSC on Binance Smart Chain. Avarice is basically a rinse and repeat of an old contract, which Muddy, you know, I've done a video on. It's called T2X. So it has a staking kind of a staking style type of contract, similar to, or basically based off of Richard Hart's Transform Lobby and Richard Hart's staking. So we'll talk all about that coming up. Now we'll tell y'all, like I say, it's an old contract, but it might have some new tricks. We'll look at that when we get there. Okay, so real quick, so Avarice, that's at the very top, y'all. And I'll show y'all something. How y'all buy the tokens? It's not like that. You have to get in the auction. So we'll talk about that. Also, Ooze Finance. One thing I'm seeing with Ooze, we'll talk about Ooze more in depth because I'm seeing some things I'm just kind of concerned about Ooze. So we'll talk about that. And also, y'all know the regulars, Piston, Biggie Bang, yeah, Elephant Money, all that stuff. Now, I want to tell y'all anything y'all see on this link tree, money's in it. I'm not just, I do more than just, I walk it like I talk it. Walk it like I talk it. Hey, walk it like I talk it. Yep. That's me. That's me. All right, let's keep it moving. So that's the link tree. Also, I have added a couple new things on here. So y'all just come through, scroll as you will. You know what I mean? Come see what y'all see. You might find some old contracts that might work for you, especially if you're on BSC. Okay, let's talk about the market. Hey, man, listen, man. Y'all to me. Now, I am liking what I'm seeing in the market today. A lot of people are like, man, Muddy, what are you talking about? It's kind of hovering. It's not doing well. It's not doing bad. It's just, I get it. I keep telling y'all, anytime you see this nomics, anytime you see nomics green, that's a good thing. You know what I mean? It's not a bad thing. We got another day of crypto that's gonna survive. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. But the most important thing, and I can't see Bitcoin dominance here. I'll probably do Coin Gecko, which is another platform like this that you can see all the tokens. But the one thing I do like is the Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin finding strength is just good for everything. You know what I mean? Like it's hard to go wrong when Bitcoin's going good. It just is what it is. Y'all can love it, hate it, just telling the truth. So Bitcoin's right over 31,000. Want to keep our eye on. Also, Ethereum. We got Ethereum. Look at it. It's not climbing strong, y'all. It's not climbing back strong. Richard Hart, Ricky, we're gonna talk to you today, Ricky. Ricky, it's opportunity, Ricky. You gotta drop pause in the drop it in the drought. Don't drop it when stuff start coming back now, Ricky. Don't do that to us. All right. Also, another thing I've added on we'll look at it when we look at Dexter is BNB. Binance, the coin. I think we're gonna start tracking it because it's really important to know. A lot of us are in DeFi on the Binance Smart Chain. So BNB is a very important token. So we're gonna take a little bit closer look. I haven't took a close look in the past, but we're gonna start taking a closer look. Just a few more. Cardano up to 60 cent. Solana 42 ounce. What else we got in here, y'all? What up? What up? We got Hex. Look at Hex. Now listen. We're gonna talk about Hex today. I'm gonna hit that in just a second. 5 cent buying opportunity for sure. If you ain't know, now you know. I'm telling you, if you ain't know that before, I'm telling you now. Buying opportunity. All right, couple more. I'm gonna let this go. Polygon 62 cent, Chronos 18. What else? What else y'all want to see? Stellar. I don't talk about Stellar often. We have to talk about a little Stellar. Stellar's 14 cent. And some of these are oldies. Stellar's an oldie for me. Look at Tezos down here 38. Okay, real quick. Let's look at the one Hex. Y'all know the Hex is better than. Yeah, I know what I'm about to say. Y'all know what I'm about to say. I don't hold back. I don't hold back. Okay, now listen. Okay, can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? We back. Okay. Woo! My bad, y'all. Listen. I'm getting it together. Look, Rosa not liking it today. listen. My bad, y'all. Y'all know how to. We always start off a little rocky at the beginning. We gonna get it. Y'all know how I am. Y'all know we'll get it together eventually. All right, let's see. We was talking about Hex, right? Let me see if we can get it back. My bad, y'all. My bad. I got about 30 different wires. Y'all don't know. I go through a lot to do this for y'all. Y'all don't know. So I'm just saying, hey, listen. I'm trying to do the best I can. Rosa? I think now Rosa moving fast now. I know the sound went out, but she's moving fast today. Okay, so real quick, let me finish up with Hex. I know we got to move on. So all I'm saying is, we're gonna look at the specifics. We'll look at different charts. We're gonna look at all the different aspects of Hex today, so y'all can really, really grasp this thing. I know we talking DeFi. We talk a bunch about these contracts. That's great, right? We getting dividends every day. If y'all new, y'all don't understand. We get tokens every day. We don't worry about prices as much. Right now we do, but not typically. But we're getting tokens every day. I get that. However, remember, Hex is an opportunity. Also, you should be getting a duplicate of P-Hex onto the Pulse chain whenever that comes out, which is what we're waiting on. All right, so that's Hex. Let's keep it moving. Okay, let's talk about our stuff. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Oh, hold on. I can't. I didn't hit the right link. My bad, y'all. My bad. Y'all know I mean. Players mess up. Y'all don't judge me. Oh, it's a beautiful. Oh my goodness. Ain't y'all? I'm so tired of coming on the screen seeing red, boy. I tell you. All right, now let's talk it through. This is what we do. This is why we here. All right. So let's. Hey, that's a fact. Hey, y'all watching the DeFi Degenerate show with Muddy Mo. Don't come in here freeload, man. Y'all better hit that like, man. Shout out to Brian for that. Hit that like. You know what I mean? Y'all better hit that like. All right. So we already talked about Hex. Hex is at about 5 cents today. I'm still waiting. Look at Rosa. She working on it. Hex about 5 cents. All right. Pistons down to 10.99. And it's red as typical. And we like to blame this on the typical markets. But a lot of these devs are now a lot of these influencers are now using the market as an excuse on why our contracts are draining and people are dumping. That is not the case. Do not believe that. That is false. Y'all just saw y'all just saw Bitcoin's up. So if Bitcoin's up, why don't we have anything in our space up? All right. So now I will tell y'all, and we're gonna talk about this a little later. There are certain influencers, Jonathan. I'm gonna talk to you in a second. I got a lot to talk to you about. There are certain influencers and there are certain developers in this space that are really, really causing some issues. You know what I mean? And bad information is I think at the peak top of what we're having issues with right now. Bad information. What I mean by that is, people acting like it's sunshine when it's raining. Like, don't nobody want to be fooled, man. We woke over here. This is why I love the money crypto movement, man. Y'all can come in, y'all can talk, chill, listen to me, run my mouth. Y'all know how I am. But not only just that, man, we could talk about things that matter to us in the space. There's no fluff here. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we don't have time for that. Come on now, Rosa. Don't do it. Let me close them out, y'all. I know better today. Let me close it out. There it is. Let me see if Rosa gonna pick it up. All right, so let's talk about it. Y'all know how I do. I'll talk about the prices. So Piston, y'all know I'm gonna talk about all these individually too. So Piston today, for me, is I think it needs something. It needs a spark, and I'll talk to that later. But I think it's mostly promo. So I think Piston is okay. Drip. Now, one thing that y'all might not see is there are still people picking up on Drip. Especially if you recognize, I know in our space we bag on the stuff for not working. You know what I'm saying? We bag on people for giving us information that's not clear. We you know what I'm saying? We don't like that. However, I will tell you that a lot of what we do in the space, we have to think about people on the outside. There's nothing else. If y'all look around, look, we're still making gains. I'm gonna show y'all about 7-8 contracts today that I'm making gains. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter. I don't care how red everything is. However, the outside people see that too, and they need something. And Drip is, I think, just the reason it's so popular is just highly promoted. So is what it is. Drip is under $10 though. That is not a good look, man. That's not good. Another one connected to that. Animal Farm. I told y'all it's the stairway to hell. You know what I'm saying? Look at this, man. We need a green day. Like now, y'all whales need to get together, man. Like this ain't this. Yeah, I mean, how do you stay positive? Like people, like, oh, be positive. Like, what are we talking about? Was y'all positive during COVID? You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was positive at one point. Okay, it's gonna be okay. But after 3 to 4 to 5 to 6 months, you're like, oh no, man. Listen, man, this ain't good. You know what I'm saying? This is not good at all. So here's what it is. Also got B Reap up here. Just now, B Reap for all my noobs. This shows you on the back end who's promoting it. Promoters need B Reap in order to get rewards. So B Reap tells you really if people are interested in promoting. So just keep an eye on that. Okay, another problem contract right now. And we've had a lot of chats in the Muddy Crypto movement. And man, shout out to the Muddy Crypto movement, man. And also make sure y'all hit that like now. Come on in hitting that like. But shout out to the Muddy Crypto movement, man. We talk about everything. You know what I mean? And then I really appreciate that my group, man, our group, because a lot of people are willing to be wrong and be corrected, man. Shout out to Rove, man. Listen, we had some good conversation. And sometimes, listen, when facts are spewed, it's, you know what I'm saying? What's understood don't have to be said. What's understood does not have to be said. This is dying, bro. You can't fool us. So anyway, Elephant, we're gonna talk in depth about exactly what's going on here. We got a real issue going on over there. And look at the peg at 67 cents. It's just this is not a process that's working right now. Okay, another one I don't like. I actually like Elephant. I don't like Splash. Splash, I got in it 2% per day. I do not believe in this dev team. Again, we have a backward thinking dev, thinking it's still 2018, and it's not. So that's struggling, obviously. Now let's move on to real quick a couple of these Hex tokens, and then we're gonna keep it pushing. Y'all know how we do, bro. That's what we do. He said supposedly Forest is launching new UI and dogs on Monday. Yeah, we'll talk about that. I don't know how we should be excited no more. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's only a certain number of times you can smack me in the face. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not friends for it. Like, obviously, come on now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, come on now. Just do your job. All right. Anyway, pause Doge holding stable, about 320. Look at Hedron. Hedron is down, but it's not. It's down, but it ain't down. You know what I mean? But Hedron still holding in there, and Maxi is going down. Now, I can't expect nothing but these pulse coins to keep going down, y'all. We got a long wait. I think we got about, at this point, I think we got about 2-3 more months into pulse chain. Some of y'all like, man, I don't want to hear that, buddy. Hey, here's what it is. So just saying. All right, keeping it moving. Cake 440 down. BNB. Oh, I told y'all we following BNB down. Banana down. BSW down. Y'all, man, this is a bear market, y'all. Imp. And I'm back interested in Imp. I'm gonna look back into Imp a little bit more, but Imp is also down. All right, so things are down, especially in our neck of the woods, y'all. So we just gotta hold on, man. Just gotta hold firm, hold tight. Okay, let's talk about this one. Shout out to the new team member, bro. Listen, the Money Crypto movement. We're not lacking over here. Smack, what up? He say Smack in the house. Yeah, what up, what up, what up? Listen, bro, we're not missing nothing over here, man. Listen, you can't fool us. You can't pull the wool over our eyes. It's influencers. Shout out to my two Satoshis, and it's another influencer. They going back and forth about drip. Listen, y'all know this is DeFi Degenerate Show. This ain't just about money. Yeah, I lead it. You know what I mean? But it's for y'all. It's for influencers, devs. We had devs on. We've had everything. So my two Satoshis and my man that was going back and forth, y'all welcome to come on. Welcome. You know what I'm saying? Welcome. I'm a good mediator. Muddy, listen, I put that zebra shirt on. I don't play no games now. But no, y'all can come over here in a nice, family show kind of situation, and we can have healthy dialogue about these contracts. But drip is obviously one of our main contracts in the space. It's just highly promoted. Still doing what it's supposed to do. Generally, you can still get paid out and stuff. That's great. However, the price is down, keeps going down. You know what I'm saying? We was talking about happy whales. We was talking about friendly whales. We was talking about all these other things, which is great. But I'm gonna tell y'all this real quick. The big issue I got is I'm tired of hearing about all these people he adds before he's added to his team. I don't know what that does for us, sir. I don't know. Maybe you need to save that money and put it into the contract, because I don't know if new people are gonna save us. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and then who are these people? It's like what are we talking about? Like, I just feel like we're playing like childish game. Like, our kids have a certain mind to only. Like, I feel like that's what we doing now. Like, bro, like you ain't done nothing. What have you done with drip? Like, I haven't. Oh, we got all this back. All that stuff behind the scenes don't mean a thing. This thing has been going down for 6 months, bro. It came out right a year ago. It's been going out half. It's been going down half the time. So now we have to reassess. And y'all know how it is, man. Nobody gonna tell y'all the truth. But I'm gonna tell y'all what's going on. We got these drip influencers now. They running out of content. You can't keep getting excited about stuff going down, bro. They running out of content. So y'all know how muddy is. Y'all know I'm gonna just tell the truth. You know what I mean? Now we're still in all of this stuff, and I got an airdrop coming for my mans in them. So just make sure you understand 1% a day is not bad. I would still suggest drip to a new person at this point. So don't get it twisted. I'm in here and we've done very well. So it is what it is. Spock say he on his Zen. that feels in. I hear you. He said, yeah, drip is regular. Yeah, drip is going down, bro. Like we just gotta be honest about it. Got a lot to say. Okay, Brian said he coming on. He got a lot to talk about. I hear you, Brian. I'm ready for you, bro. We have you on a little bit. So that's drip, y'all. Listen, do what you need to do. Y'all know how I do. I like to show it off, bro. I like to show my squid off. Y'all know how we are, bro. We strong. We strong. You know what I'm saying? Like people, what I'm realizing, bro, like people are rolling. Like I know I'm selling. I'm telling you, it's a lot of new people selling, but a lot of y'all rolling. Like, y'all, hold on. Y'all know how we got to do. We got to check them airdrops because we keep them going. 8, 9, almost 3, but 2, almost 3. 2, 11, 4, 1 almost, and I got a new guy on. Nah, new guy. I see you with this 6 drip in your pocket. What you doing now? I ain't airdropping if you hold on now. You gotta do right. Yeah, he ain't know I could see that, huh? Yeah, shout out to you though. Welcome to the team, man. Listen, Muddy goes airdrop stupid. You know why? Because I'm really here for the people. You feel that? I got you, Spot. But yeah, no, I'm here for the people, bro. Like, and then we're gonna talk about an influencer who thinks he has a complete misconception on what airdrops and what referrals are supposed to be in this space. So I'm gonna talk to y'all about him. I can't wait to talk about him. Like this dude is, oh my goodness. Okay, so that's drip and all that. Y'all do what y'all need to do with that. Oh, one thing I really do like is this drip.formulate.finance.drip, whatever it's called. I will put this in the link tree. This little site tells you a lot of statistics. So a lot of people ain't gonna show their statistics. Y'all know money. I don't care nothing about that. All right. So I would now if you're in drip, and especially if you got multiple wallets, I would strongly, not financial advice, but I would urge you to look at this because you can see your clear numbers. Okay, so here just showing how much I claimed, deposited, all that good stuff. So it just shows all this stuff, man. I talked about this before, but I went back like, oh, whoa, wait a minute. Oh, I had to look twice. Like I had to double take. Like, hey, hold on. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ever had somebody mess your change up at the gas station? Like, hey, man, hold on. No. You missing a quarter. That's what it is. I have to go back. Sometimes you got to double back. Okay, so just saying how much I got in the account right now, all that good stuff. What I do like to show is this, because ain't nobody gonna show this. Look how much I received the airdrops, y'all. Look at my team leader, and he the top dude. Look at my team leader. He don't care nothing about. Now listen, I'm gonna tell y'all. A lot of y'all getting the point. Now y'all understanding what I was saying about drip and joining it. You got to get under an umbrella. You're gonna get rained on. You get on these big old teams that they don't know you. Oh, I'm airdropping 1,000 drip. Okay, but how many people on their team? You know what I'm saying? Like you really gonna wait in line? Good luck, bro. Nothing's coming to you. I'm being honest. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to people starting to get it, especially my minnows, bro. That's not a spot for you, bro. They're not finna. You put in 5 or less. Ain't nobody. Listen, I'm gonna tell you where money's different. I'm gonna keep moving too. I'm gonna tell you where money's different. Ain't nobody airdropping people they putting less than 10 drip in, bro. No, that's $100. Less than $100. Still get an airdrop here. You're welcome. That's what we do over here. So the space is about building. And we're gonna talk about building. That's what we're here to do, man. We're not here for the other mess. Let's see. Brian said, I know who it is, and he has no conception at all. Yeah, we're gonna talk about him at length, ad nauseum today. Listen, y'all already know, man. Listen, he about to get ether today. Somebody say they might have to pause the referrals and increase the taxes to slow down the selling. On drip, yeah, they have to do something. I already gave them some things that they can do on drip, bro. They're not going to listen. It's about more about the need to be right, bro. It just has nothing to do with us. It has nothing to do with how much money we put in. They don't care nothing about that. It's all about what they want. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? They acting like they got votes. When we supposed to vote on Pigpen? Wasn't it votes and all that? All right. Anyway. Now where Danny at? Danny ain't on today? Yeah, he on, probably listening. Danny, listen. We're gonna talk about the dog farming in just a second. Danny, I'm still in the pig pen. I'm adding to the pigs now. All my pigs I'm gonna put over here just to show you. Now I'm gonna show you. He ain't like, oh, well, you don't have any pigs over there, huh? Cool. I'm about to show you. I'm about to get some pigs, and we're gonna see how much it really does. So now you've inspired me. Now I want to show you. I want to show you this is broken. I want to show you this sucks. I'm gonna show you in real time how bad this is. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't. Some people were saving pigs to get in. Man, pig pen, bro, it needs some work, man. Put that cake in the pig pen, Forex. Go ahead, bro. Do the right thing. Do the right thing. Okay, now piggy bank. Who said that? Somebody said it was some new updates and some other things happening. That's cool. That's all right. That's cool. Now what I will tell you is this, man. I told y'all, man. I hate to be right when something about something negative, because y'all look at me like, man, Muddy, why is it going down? Like, it's my fault. I didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just I do what I do. And also, real quick, this just came across my mind random. Hey, man, shout out to my truck drivers. Shout out to my third shifters. Shout out to them dudes who come home with they got always have something in their nails, bro. Shout out to them, my blue collar. Is that blue collar? I think I said that right. Shout out to my blue collar people. You know what I mean? Like, this is a release for them. They're not playing games. They're not over here to play games. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to them. I know my truck drivers, but that's why we do this content. They don't like that 5-minute content. Tell them, y'all. Y'all want to hear that. Y'all want to hear something that y'all can just ride to. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to my cats on the big rigs taking care of their fams. You know what I mean? Like, and also shout out to Smart, because he right. Hit that like. Don't come here not hitting that like. Y'all know better. Hit that like, man. Hit that like. Yeah. So so we in here, man, with the animal farm. Listen, bro. Listen. Y'all see? Listen, I do it. I walk it like I talk it. I told y'all, get this to 0. Get your time remaining at 0. Then you know what you're dealing with. I still roll this. Now, personally, what I do, just a little strategy. I know I don't give y'all strategies often enough, but this is just a strategy. I change it up. And, just like anything, I told y'all, don't get complacent. We got to change it up. Sometimes what I have done here is, if it's under $5, I leave it. I mean, I take it out, and if it's under, I roll it. This is a minimum account, so it's not a lot here, but them little $5 go places. And not only just that, the main thing, listen, let me give y'all a strategy before we're gonna talk about the dog farm and all that stuff. I know y'all happy. Your boy out, okay? He had an announcement today, not an AMA. Thank you, sir. We didn't need all that. Thank you. That's all you need to do. That's all you need to do. But one of the things that you're gonna want to use this piggy bank for, and why I think it can really work short term, not long, not even mid, but short term, is taking these gains and put it into the dog farms. All right, because the dog farms is gonna be money in your pocket. I'm gonna talk about that just now. Y'all know how I do with strategies. Also, we getting back into the animal farm. I'm gonna put my link out there. Listen, y'all better start hitting that link now. Hit that link now. Y'all my peoples now. Y'all know how I do, bro. I go above and beyond. So make sure y'all hit that link, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, we in this together. And not just that, I also like to explain anything you see in this account, this wallet that I show. The more referrals it gets, the more I can show. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically what it's for. People like, man, why do you only have $100? That's why. And not just that, it shows people that they can do it with a little bit of, you know what I'm saying, a little bit of bread. You don't need a lot. Okay, let's talk about this thing. Okay. Real quick, let me say this one time. I don't know if I said this. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. With drip, I'm being real. I don't want to hear no other updates from Forex Shark unless you get that UI fixed, sir. There's no excuse. There is zero excuse. If that was your job, you would be gone, bro. They'll let you go. That UI is pathetic, bro. We've had that for a year and a half. What are we doing now? Or a year and some time. Y'all know what I'm saying. Well, what are we doing? Get that together, bro. Fix stuff that you can fix. Now, sometimes the dumping, you can't fix that. But what you can fix is the UI, bro. You still have new people joining. So anyway, bro, like everything else don't matter. Get the base, do the blocking and tackling. You know what I'm saying? I used to play baseball when I was a, you know what I'm saying, kid. So I figured I was much better at basketball than football. But I played baseball. You know what I'm saying? In baseball, y'all already know it's different. You have to make sure that you you are focused and giving what you're supposed to give to the people. Oh, my fault, y'all. I got lost off in something. My fault, y'all. I'm all up. I'm back. My fault, y'all. Going live. I don't never know what I you don't never know. I don't know what to expect. Anyway, I lost what I was. But anyway, let's talk about the dogs crediting real quick. We got to keep it moving. So dogs crediting right now, it's supposed to be happening next week. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all. Remember, I said make sure you hold a little bit in your piggy bank, or you know what I'm saying, cash out whatever you need. The one thing you want to do with these sites, nobody's gonna tell you this. The one thing you want to do in these sites is you don't want to always have to put on quote unquote, I hate this term, dry powder to grow. Now, you can't grow sometimes if you have a small balance. You have to understand, especially my minnows, time is also important too. The more money or the more funds you put into something, especially like farms or whatever you put in the space, the more you put into there, the faster you're going to get your return. So just keep that in mind. But at the same time, now listen, strategy, use their funds to keep growing what you doing. You know what I'm saying? Use the piggy bank, come over here and grow. Now I don't know what this drip USD pair is gonna look like, but this where should this come from, y'all? If this comes back, this should come from the drip garden. Y'all should be saving. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying, couple more days left. Be prepared. Also, these are stables, right? I don't know if they're gonna keep them the same, but these are stables. It's gonna be paying out the dollars. Make sure you're doing what's best for you and yours. All right. Now, what I would say before I move on from this. It's coming out. We should be excited, right? One thing I'm scared about is the dog's price. I'm gonna say it right now. It's been almost 3 months for farming waiting, and some people have had their money here for almost 90 days. So you better believe, especially if this dude ain't giving out what he's supposed to give out, they're going to be selling dogs. Don't get it twisted. Do not get caught with your pants down. Because this little dude he will get you in some positions believing in him. Don't believe in him. Look at Animal Farm. Look at the piggy bank. I'm just being honest. We're not liars over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm just saying, I would be cognizant of that. The farms that I like the most is this USDT, BUSD, USDC, BUSD. That's dollar to dollar, especially now in the bear market. Okay, let's keep it pushing. Let's keep it pushing. Oh man. But you know what? I don't let these dudes ruin my day no more. I don't let them do that. They can't do that. Now, as I'm going through these sites, y'all, make sure y'all doing y'all due diligence. Y'all should be on y'all phone, computer, doing the same thing, okay? Go through y'all stuff, bro. Treat this like a job. It's gonna pay off for you. Trust me. Y'all see, we still getting dividends every day in every site. I'm just saying. All right. Oh, elephant money. Now, shout out to, I call him OVO. He in the squad. He in the money crypto move. I call him OVO. I think he's from the six, like Drake. You know what I'm saying? But very, very well spoken and understands, the intricacies of what's going on. And he broke this down to a T. I can't read all that because he's smarter than me. You know what I'm saying? So, however, but I will kind of give a couple highlights. I might not do it justice. But I like to, especially when you're in a group and you say something that's fire, I'm gonna say something. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna bring it out. So shout out to him for that. But basically talking about how he was talking about how weak the peg is, right? So, let me show y'all. So right now, as y'all know, we waiting. He got this raffle thing with 95 people in with 5 hours left. The numbers of participants are going down every day. What we're seeing is a turn. We're seeing a big turn in, I think, support. They don't want to hear nothing from them. This Juice Man, the developer, his team, which I'm gonna talk to in just a second, they don't want to hear nothing else, man. The elephant treasury is up to 81 trillion. He said 200 trillion. How many weeks is it taking for us to get to 81 trillion? Now I do have a solution that I did say in the chat. You know what I'm saying? But y'all ain't gonna want to hear it, man. Y'all ain't gonna hear it because I don't even want to say it. We're gonna get back to that in a second. Now, let me address the elephant in the room. Pun intended, for sure. The big elephant in the room is, first off, I think this is full, right? So the redemption, all that stuff, I think this is queued up. Anytime, if you're trying to get USDC, I'm sorry, BUSD. You don't use this redeem. Go to Pancake Swap and sell, bro. You're gonna be stuck. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't even tried to redeem. I go straight to Pancake Swap. I ain't playing. Too many people took L's in this. You know what I'm saying? So here's what it is. Now, I told y'all we're inverted right now. The elephant treasury is inverted with the stampede. Yeah, Trunk is on it. We'll talk about all that. That's not as important. Stampede is the biggest thing right now. Y'all know why? I'm gonna let the cat out the bag. And I'm not in none of these groups. You know what I'm saying? But I will tell you this: there's people that is gaming the hell out this contract. They're not playing. They're selling it, and they already got ROI on this contract. Period. Yeah, they did the arbitrage and all that stuff. See, this is what happens when you open the floodgates like that, and then when you consistently have issues that you blame on your users, this is what happens. They have no care for this dev team, for these influencers, none of that. And the issue is these influencers are not hip, bro. I'm gonna name them off because I think somebody in their chat was like, "Oh, these are our influencers." I can name them. Info something, SK and Crypto Slow, and I'm like, okay, like it's weird, bro. Y'all need to get some seasoning in there. Y'all got the same kind of. Like, all right, I'm gonna leave it alone. One of y'all need to talk about this contract every day. I don't know who believes, but I'm gonna tell y'all right now, people are jumping ship. Now, the issue they have right now is that they don't know the truth because they block people in their chats, just like everybody else. If it's not good stuff, we're gonna block it, and that has no. How does that help anybody to only see the good stuff? How does that help you? I don't get that. Living like children. However, the issue is Stampede is upside down. And right now, you have groups of people that is dumping Stampede on a whim. They organize dumping it. Like, and they'll never run out, right? Because they can always compound or roll to stay up. This is your problem. Stampede is your problem. Now, I've already told this dude how to fix it, right? He's not going to do another contract. He think he knows best, and he doesn't. But teach his own. It's his contract, his last shot. So he, do what you want to do. All your VCs, where are they now? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, where are even your influencers? Where are they now? We don't want to hear only about the technical stuff. We just, to be real with you, y'all need a stunner. Y'all need somebody like that who gonna be at least give you some excitement. There's nothing here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing for nobody to go to and see every day. Like, man, you know what? That's inspiring. And not only just that, y'all know what Juice Man did. Here we go. Another Juice Man antic. Why did this silly dude go right back to James Pelton? I think he got another AMA coming with James Pelton. What? What are you doing, sir? Like, always something, dog. This dude, James Pelton, is taking y'all money. He's sitting there paying James Pelton. Why y'all need to stop paying him? He don't do nothing but shield y'all stuff and take money from the contract, bro. Him, Jonathan, all that's all they are here for. I got more for you, Jonathan. I ain't even started with him. But bro, James Pelton is a clown. I'm sorry, he is. I can't, I'm not even hating on him. I'm hating on developers who think that's going to grow the space, bro. Raise your hand if y'all think James Pelton is going to change something. His AMA over at James Pelton, please raise your hand if y'all think that's going to change something. This dude just don't listen, man. Like, so you get tired, man. Enough is enough. All right, so we got to move on, bro. But yeah, bro, like, come on, man. Like, we don't want to be shilled. Why are you paying shillers? You don't have, where's your volunteers, dude? Like, all right, man. Do what's best for you. And this contract, again, people are constantly dumping this Stampede. And it's just, I don't see how that's going to recover, man. It's groups of people dumping it. Like, how? Like, come on, bro. Like, oh, the raffle. You got 95 people in this raffle. 95 today. 96. Somebody just popped off. Good for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, bro. I don't do luck. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not a luck guy like that. Okay. Now, don't y'all forget, we're gonna talk about Hex, how to buy it. We're gonna talk more about it. I got Brian that's gonna pop on. I got you, Brian. Y'all know how Brian patient. That's my dog, man. Brian just be chilling. You know what I'm saying? I got Brian in just a second. However, let me address something real quick. My Diamond Team version 2. Now y'all getting this here. Y'all know y'all get exclusive here. That's one thing about Muddy, bro. Y'all not gonna hear no angles I hear nobody else. I listen to all the same people y'all listen to. Y'all not gonna hear what I say is what I say. Like, most people, they copy me. I'm telling you, original. Now, one thing that I don't know what, it's the same thing as Piston, right? But one thing they've added is this 5x status. Does that look familiar, y'all? Do y'all know where that comes from? That is the same mechanism that they have on Piston Race. And we obviously gonna jump to Piston Race in just a second, right? Y'all know the reason he did this? Y'all know the reason they had to do this? Now look, I want y'all to pay attention to something, because we look at for this kind of change, you have to really, really pay attention. Because contracts we want to last forever, but not everybody plays fair. And I'm gonna talk about somebody who's not playing fair. Total withdrawn by members is 9,500 BNB, right? Total deposited, reinvested, all that good stuff, right? The reason why this 5x is now put on this contract, which I think is a good thing, you have to put new BNB in here. You can't just take. It's because of it's not many people. It's just really one that I'm gonna talk about. Jonathan Drip Farm. Boy, you are a cancer to this space, man. You a straight cancer to the space. Yeah. Yeah. And you don't have enough views. It's not listen, bro. How much watch time you get, Jonathan? Let's look at analytics. How much watch time do you get? Because you talking about views, bro. That don't mean a dang on thing. The people in the space listen to that real. Devs come over here and listen. I'm just being honest. They don't care what you say, bro. They know what you're gonna say. Oh, good job. And then you trying to be sarcastic with Forex today. Like, what? Like, come on, bro. You're lame. Stop it, Jonathan. You're lame. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you why you're lame. This is what listen. If you follow an influencer, if you get in under an influencer, what you need to do, please do, just like you do your due diligence to get into contracts, please make sure you do your due diligence to make sure that they are a decent person or that they know what's going on in the space. Today, in his video, I'm not even going to bring it up. I'm not going to show the video. It's not even worth it. However, in his video, Jonathan's sitting here talking about some guys. Yeah, I've gotten my deposits all the way up to 23,000. Y'all know how much he deposited into this contract? Same amount I did, 0.1, the minimum. And I was just doing that at the beginning because y'all know I'm a minnow. He put in 0.1. Look at his contract today, how much he's getting out of there. Y'all know what that's from? That's not his money. That's y'all money. And he said, the reason y'all use me as a referrer is because you like me and I'm bringing it to you. That's what he said, basically. Y'all like him like that? Nah, bro. Listen, bro. If you're going to be in this space, it ain't no just you getting all the benefits. What? So you think you just pushing the record button is enough, Jonathan? What is wrong with you? So you really don't believe nobody on your team deserves any airdrops, bro? How many hundreds of thousands have they made you? So now we can go look up his contract address. I would love to talk to him, but y'all know people scared of me. You know what I'm saying? Like they're scared of Funny Mo because this dude is coming into space. He's new. In another day, I can really go back. Shout out to the people in the movement. They don't miss nothing. I can go back and show you where he was 3 months ago, right? This dude is stealing from y'all. He has no intentions of giving no airdrops. Zero. He said it. He said it. He does not. He think he's still in some kind of marketing. Oh, I'm selling Yahoo. I'm selling Google. Whatever he was selling. I don't know. Walmart. Whatever he was selling. He's used to that. He don't know that there's going to be more contracts. So y'all just need to take that into consideration. This dude's a clown. Not only just that, he was by himself solely responsible since he was taking so much of y'all money, right? He was solely responsible for this 5x. He was solely responsible for dumping his BNB. Say I'm lying. And we can go find his address if we need to. This dude is solely responsible for them having to put this rule on because you have a bad influencer. No, sir. Not in my space. No, sir. No, sir. It's muddy space, boy. We ain't doing that. We're not doing that, Jonathan. So y'all know Jonathan's scared. All these guys are scared to come on my show. It's too free over here. They can't handle that. However, I'm going to be the voice box for people. People have multiple people. People I don't even know that's not even in the movement has said, hey, man, can you please say something about Jonathan? This dude is a complete clown. I'm sorry. So for you, one influencer to influence this whole contract to have to change is a whole mess and a half, sir. So we can talk, Jonathan. And we can talk. I want to do a whole. No, I don't. Because you can't even sing. No, I don't even want to do that. So whatever, bro. All right. So let me keep it moving. So this still pays BNB every day. Now, what do we do with these contracts, y'all? We use these contracts to benefit us, right? This 5x, what does that mean? That means this contract is going to be more sustainable and most likely is going to get more BNB in here. All right. So don't let this dude Jonathan steal from the community. He's stealing from the community. Stop talking about Forex. You're the thief, sir. You're the thief. It's not proven before. It kind of is. But either way, you the one, Jonathan. You the only influencer, whatever you want to call yourself, top influencer, what all that silly stuff. You're the only influencer, right? Who gives zero referrals. That's not what the space is made for, sir. Stop hurting our community. Stop hurting our community, or you gotta go. Period. Scamming. Anyway, let me say one thing. Let me say one more thing about Jonathan. He's not even just shaking down us as users. Trust me. And I'm not going into no details. He's shaking down everybody. He's shaking out other influencers. He's shaking out devs. Trust me on that. This dude is a clown. He don't care. All right. I'm done with that. I'm done. Oh, Brian, you said bring you in for this part? Oh man. You know what? I got you. We're gonna come back and I'm gonna let you do what you gotta do. I got you, Brian. I got you. Let me finish this up real quick and I'm gonna bring it on. I know we gotta talk about Hex. Okay. Piston race. Let me say this. Now I like piston race. However, y'all know how I am because I like them. I gotta tell them the truth. What I'm seeing is, and I know when Baba came on, shout out to, but I like Baba personally. Baba's a good dude, like for real. You know what I'm saying? But one thing that I'm seeing with the space, and I'm not sure it's a developer issue. I think there needs to be more fanboys. And I know Baba, I don't like fanboys, I like clients. I know, but you need a fanboy to talk about your project every day. And I think Piston Race needs that. It's been going down in price now. If anything, any one of these certificate of deposit style contracts I'm confident in, it's this one. I think this one has a lot of stuff added onto it. I think they are forward thinking. I think they are good people. However, the one thing that they can't evade, that most contracts can't evade, is selfish people and selfish whales. So they've put a lot of blocks on here to kind of stymie that. However, I think the vision for Piston Race, or the vision of that team, is to get a broader audience. So they don't want to just talk to us, right? They want to get people from, you know what I'm saying, like the Rotary Club up the street. They want to go to the churches. They want to go, you know what I'm saying? They want to get people from everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't want to just limit it to just us in the space, which I like that about them. However, y'all have to understand that y'all going against the other contracts in the space too. All right. And I don't say stuff like this because I like you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't say nothing if I ain't like y'all. I really like this project. Now, Muddy, I'm gonna do my part. I'm gonna pick up my little piston race. You know what I'm saying? However, I do like that they're doing some things for influencers and other things. They're trying some things. However, they do need some kind of main few couple influencers to really, really push it. And just be that piston guy every day. It's just my opinion. But 1% per day. Now, all these is making us some bread every day. Y'all see, we just keep it moving. All right, we almost there. Look at, hey, listen. Brian ready, y'all. Brian ready. Brian is ready. Trust me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how you get that little bounce, that little hop when you Brian a golfer, so he know you get that little hop, get loose. You know what I mean? Like, hey, that's what we do. All right, let me talk about this one. Okay, so ooze. Now, some of y'all on Team Muddy, if y'all got in on that white list, let me say something real quick. Say something. Now, I don't know. Everybody teaches on what y'all want to do. Don't ask me for no white list again if y'all ain't, you know what I'm saying? It's got to be both ways. I'm talking to the movement. I ain't talking to nobody else right now. Y'all know what I'm saying. I ain't going to say it all. That's family business. But y'all get it together now. Get it together. Now, I'm going to tell you a lot of issues that I'm having with this site. And I'm gonna be real, y'all know how it is. I don't lie to y'all. The issue I'm having with Ooze is multiple things. First off, they got their own channel, which is great. I think every project, especially if you're serious, you need to have your own influence. So yeah, you should have your own videos and interviews and all that stuff. My issue is no, they got a female over there, a couple females, but there's not a lot of diversification. And also what I'm seeing is with Ooze, there's not a lot of promotion, bro. There's not. Y'all can't get less than 100 views. That's not good for the contract. I know. And then what I do like about this team, they're really positive, and I think they're really optimistic, which is a good thing. That I think we need a lot of dev teams that's like that. However, Muddy's a vet in the space. Please let me tell y'all first. That only takes you so far. You have to sit and you have to think. Have y'all ever heard the expression, it takes a wolf to catch a wolf? You know what I mean? It takes a wolf to catch a wolf. You need some people who are understanding of what these dudes are going to try to do to break your contract. Period, point blank. There are groups of people that try to figure out how to drain this stuff. What I do not like is y'all have no instructions on what's going on here. That is not okay. I know y'all think the AMAs are gonna do. It's not. If I give somebody this address, they're gonna come straight here, right? And they're gonna be like, man, what in the heck? Okay, let me hit this. You're gonna get Nah, I'm not switching to the chain, but you're gonna get where you stand, and that's pretty much it. I know it's coming out on, I think it's the 16th. However, until then, the problem is, and let's see real quick. Man, come on, just stay still, bro. I'm trying to come on, bro. Like I get like see, it's little stuff like this. Like this is what I would suggest, Crypto Zoe. Y'all need to check in with some what I say, not the big influencers. They're the ones I think that's the issue in the space too. The big influencers. I think they're the ones that's kind of being greedy, and they're the ones that's taking from these devs. Like the devs, oh, we need you. But do y'all? You know what I'm saying? Like they don't do nothing but drain y'all stuff. Like seriously. But what y'all need to do, since y'all, it don't seem like you care to be like, oh, I need to be bigger than Forex. Cool. Y'all comfortable where y'all are, but y'all need to reach out to more influencers. Y'all have to get out of y'all own. Y'all in a real comfort zone, but you only got a week or 2 weeks until this contract drops. Y'all do not have enough funds over there. Look, so the private sale have half a milli under what they wanted, you know what I'm saying? But it's still that. And the public raise only 87,000. Even if it's a drought, y'all contract can do better. This is just, it's kind of clunky. You know what I'm saying? Like this don't make me want to use it. You know what I'm saying? Not seeing all this. It's just, there's no instruction. So, do y'all best to add some instruction. I think this could be better. All right, let's keep it moving. What y'all on, bro? Look, Brian ready. Listen, Brian stretching, y'all. He getting ready. Y'all know I got a special guest. You know what I'm saying? Brian coming on. All right, let me talk about this newbie. Now, this one of the main subjects. So I get to the second. Actually, before I get there, let me talk about this real quick. Okay. Now, for all y'all who scared, y'all stirred, y'all know what's expected in this crypto space. Let me tell you something. The one thing that everybody from the outside doesn't know, and they would be so shocked if they knew, is about stable coins. They don't even know they exist. Oh, what's that Bitcoin stuff? Oh, yeah, I don't. Talk to y'all friends, talk to y'all buddies, talk to y'all kids, talk to y'all father, whoever, and see what they say. They gonna trust me what they gonna say. Oh, nah, bro. Yeah, I seen that on the news. They don't know what the heck we doing. They don't have a clue. But one thing that every time I talk to somebody on the streets, the one thing, especially if y'all want to start promoting stuff, the one thing you have to let them know is that there is a such thing called a stable coin, right? USDT, USDC, BUSD, not terrible, not UST. I gotta play a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just letting y'all know, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't know about it, so please let them know, because y'all know, if you're in the space, this changed our world. You know what I'm saying? Having stables and not having to worry about the price every morning, people graying out, getting all grays, and no, we don't have to do all that. But Stargate is really, really good. It is in the link tree. Stargate is really good if you want to be safe. Now, it's not paying much of nothing. But however, look at this. Y'all see all the different farms on the different blockchains. Anywhere you have a stable, pretty much, it's going to show here and allow you to pool it for more gains. This is what the big dogs do. This is what money does in my personal account. I'm not gonna lie. In my personal wallet, I do this for safety. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you got a certain dollar amount that you want to protect, I would not, and not financial advice, but I would just say Stargate is one of those best places. It's transparent, it shows up everywhere, and it has plenty of stake in here. But it's, again, stables is the best thing to have. And to me, at least, it's just safer. You know what I'm saying? And especially new people, they want safety. All right, real quick, Brian, 5 minutes, and when you coming home, player? Come on, you coming home? Real quick, main subject of the day. Let me talk about it. Avarice. How many y'all know? How many y'all was in T2X? Let me bring something up. Y'all know, man, listen, man, money don't play no games. Y'all know, listen. Shout out to the Money Crypto Movement. They already know. I posted my link to this video. T2X. I'm probably the only one who did a tutorial on T2X. If you are curious about how Averyx works, go to T2X, go to my tutorial, and go check that out. It's essentially the same things. However, I'm in Averyx, and y'all know Avarice. I don't know how to say this. Y'all gotta do that. Anyway, I'm in this, right? So I talk about things that I'm in, and obviously y'all can get whatever y'all want to get in. But let me tell y'all how to use this, because a lot of new people do not know. Let's go to the panel. So you go to the Averyx panel. Let me explain how this is real simple and easy. Now, this is the main thing, all right? So, old dog, new tricks. Now, the old dog is T2X, right? And I'm already seeing something I don't like, and we're going to talk about that. However, that even if I don't like something or something about the site, don't get it twisted. I'm in this, right? So I'm still trying to make gains. Don't get me wrong. I want to make sure I'm clear on what I'm saying to y'all. You know what I'm saying? So y'all understand. I just talk about the things that you need to be aware of, not to say that this site is bad. You know what I'm saying? And then right now, and especially in the bear market, this is the time when you want to get into, in my opinion, this is when time you want to get into DeFi more. Because what's gonna happen? Y'all know what goes down must go up. I know it's the other way. I like to see it like I like to see it. All right, so real quick, but let me explain what Avarice is. Essentially, this is a staking platform. All right, so it has a auction lobby, which you right now I don't know if they have anything of it. I know they don't have pancakes, so I don't think. So Averyx looks like they want to keep all the funds on their site. I don't know this dev team, so I don't know how trusted that can be. But let me show you the issue that I have. The issue that I have is that this is the same exact copy paste from T2X. I mean, that days in, y'all know how many days y'all also was T2X, E2X. We looked at this same font all the time. This is really no different, not too much. And that kind of is this the same team as T2X? I don't know. But anyway, let me show you how to do this. So the first thing you do, say, man, how do I get some Averyx? I'm ready to get going, man. All right. So the first part is the auction, right? It's the primary part, I think, to start. So a couple quick things about the auction. The auction, let's see. Y'all see I put my little bit in there. Okay, so the auction, you have AVC tokens. So every day, they're gonna give a certain amount of AVC tokens away. And this auction is just like the Richard Hart Transform Lobby auction. All right. So depending on how many people get into the day, the people that get in that day is gonna split these AVCs pool, right? So the more you put in, the more piece you're gonna get from that day. Now, we've seen B2X, T2X, we've seen all these contracts come and go, right? So OGs know what these contracts about, man. And what I would say is typically now, this is very unique that this this is B&B every day, y'all, too. So that's a lot of B&B for 4 days. So you got to move where the people's moving. This is what the people are. Almost 3,000 people in a drought. It just dropped 4 days ago. So understand what you're seeing here. Money's a part of it too. However, like I said, you get your piece every day, and then after the day is done, you can collect it. I don't know if I already collected this. Now this is still clunky, and there's no instructions here, not clear instructions. I don't like copy paste. Y'all need to listen. Y'all need some help. These devs need help. If y'all need some help, everybody ain't gonna charge y'all, man. Just come up to the merge crypto movement. Some people, you know what I'm saying? Y'all heard the stuff. Some people just want to see the world burn. Over in the crypto movement, we just want to see the world work. You know what I'm saying? Like, come test stuff, bro. Because I could have told you, like, it's just people are in it too. See, you understand? Like, people will find a way to get in it, but it's better to be clear about what's going on. All this is not needed over here. Oh, you jumped in. It's just not needed. All right. Anyway, so that's how it works. You get your piece every day and then you collect it. Now, using a referral link is an advantage, not as a big advantage as T2X. Like old dog, new tricks. Well, this trick is not a good trick. This ain't a goodie. The difference is T2X, I think once you use somebody else's, it encouraged you to use somebody else's referral address, because once you did, you would get an extra amount on this auction lobby yourself. So it was very, very you was very incentivized to use someone's referral link. This one does only 1% back to yourself. However, if you put in coming here with 10, 30, 40, 100 BNB, shoot, that 1% go a long way. So what I would say is, y'all, my link is in the description of this video too. And get in under somebody. Don't have to be me. Get in under somebody. All right, because don't leave extra money on the table. Some people like, oh, I don't do referrals. I don't. Yeah, I get it. I get it. But at the same time, you're going to just be missing out on bread. You know what I mean? So ain't no reason to do that. All right. So that's one part. So you get your AVC tokens. Now, some of y'all are like, all right, man, what's next? What's the next part? I got you. Don't panic. Don't panic. Okay. The next part we got popping up is the staking. All right. So you take your AVC token. I got to get all the acronym. You get the AVC tokens, and then you can stake it, and it has a certain amount of days. And it's literally just like Richard Hart and Hex staking. look, it's a lot of projects that y'all don't know. It's taking a lot of pieces from Hex, y'all. It was just a phenomenal project that has never had any downtime. So is what it is. All right. So Average, you'll put your amount to stake in. Just say, how many I got, y'all? 28. Bro, got that? I don't even know. Okay. So yeah, you just put your number of days in, and it shows you how many bonus you will receive. Just say I want to do 1,000 days. Received that many for how many I have in here. I don't have a stake yet. When we come back, I'll show you how that works. But Avarice again is a staking platform. Now what happens generally, what happens long term with this? Some of y'all like, okay, I get it how it works. I get it. Now, real quick, let me say something. Right now, I don't know about if it's available yet, but right now, the only place you can get these tokens is through the auction. Don't get it twisted. Some of y'all just used to looking for that token address and going. All right. That's not what this is. You gotta go through the auction to get it, I believe, early. And I like them doing that. I think that's a good look for them. All right. So yeah, so make sure don't get twisted. Y'all get frustrated, get the cussing muddy out. Don't cuss me out. I did it with this. Don't bring it over here. I'm listening. I'm just messenger. You know what I'm saying? However, what I will say is this: again, you have to make sure you get in the auction to get the AVC token. I keep saying AVC tokens. Okay, and the staking. And I'll just tell y'all what Muddy did on T2X, just so y'all can get a kind of a mindset. When I got into T2X on day 2 or 3, one of those. I didn't get in heavy at first. However, I still tripled. I 3x'd in, I think it was like 2 months, a month and a half, something like that. So I think this has a lot of legs. There's a lot of BNB going here, y'all. So that's something that we cannot ignore. All right. So it is what it is. All right. That's Avarice. I said it right that time, y'all. I did it. That's Avarice. We're gonna talk more about Avarice. I'm telling y'all, we're gonna get there. But now we're gonna take a little shift. Now, I brought up Avarice and I brought up what it was like. You know what I'm saying? I told y'all it's just like Hex. So right now, in the back, I got a special guest today. Shout out to the Muddy Crypto Movement. Jono, I got to holler at you too. Jono had a good idea too. But this idea came from Brian. He was like, look, man, I got into the space, earlier this year. I don't know about this Hex stuff. I want to know how to use this Hex stuff. I said, you know what? I got you, Brian. And he said, let me come on the show and you can show me while you do, while we talk to other people. I said, perfect. That's what we're going to do. So right now, I'm bringing on, again, y'all know he's a regular on the show, one of our favorites, none other than Brian. What's up, Brian? What's going on, man?
What's up, Mud?
Yes, sir, man. How's it going today?
It's living large, man. Living large.
I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you at all. All right, man. So, I'm gonna kind of let you kind of lead me, and you can ask questions, and then we'll walk through it from the top if you like. But before we do, we kick our shoes off over here. Just talk to us, Brian. I know you had some things a couple screens ago that you want to talk about. So before we talk into this Hex, is there anything you just want to talk about? Anything on your mind?
You know better than you can ask me that.
All right. I'm not setting you. I ain't trying to set you up.
No.
Okay, let's do this then. Let's talk Hex, and then we can have a little.
It's always good, man. What you see in the chat is my name. That is my name. My name is Brian Dick. There ain't nothing nobody can say to me that I haven't heard before. My wife says that I need to get a little bit thicker skin, but when it comes to my name, that's just like concrete.
Right.
So when I start throwing out some names, one in particular, if he were to say something about me, I don't give a shit. Pardon my French. I know this is supposed to be family friendly.
You're okay.
But I'll tell you right now, I am. The word that comes to my mind is butthurt, but I'm not really butthurt. I'm hurt for everybody else that got, I'll say it, conned just like I did. I know you won't show the video, and that's perfectly fine. But I also watched both videos that he put out there today. And yes, I'm talking about Jonathan Sellers, the one who used to sell the purple mattress.
Purple mattress. That's
on Jonathan Sellers' YouTube. That was the name of his YouTube channel, Jonathan Sellers. You can check it. I wouldn't check it out, but you can check it out. And yes, he did indeed used to sell the purple mattress.
The purple mattress.
Yeah.
I should have put that in.
Everybody's got to make theirs somehow. He made that somehow. So to each his own. But this is where I have a huge, huge problem. So today, his first video was about my Diamond Team V2.
Okay.
And I know you touched on it. Yes, indeed, he has withdrawn. It's actually 28,000 from my Diamond Team, and he is at like 358% or something like that. And so he's almost capped out. But this is like you were saying. This is where I'm going to prove to you and everybody else that listens to this. He is 100% a con man, in the sense of he just wants you to give him money, and he could give a rat's ass about anybody. So
now, Brian, what did he? I know he said, I messed up the words. He said something specific today. I think to the effect of, once you use my referral, it's just my something. He didn't say that, but I didn't catch it. What he said.
Basically, what he was saying is I'm going to pretend my name is Brian, not Jonathan. I'm going to pretend that I am him, and I'm making a YouTube video, and I'm speaking to the masses that have subscribed to my channel. Okay. You don't have to join. You don't have to click on my referral link. I greatly appreciate it if you do. That is you showing me a thanks for giving you the insight. Hold on just a minute. There are so many YouTube channels out there that can give tutorials, not financial advice, but an insight on different things. If I were him, and I can say this about Muddy Mo, that he has done this. If I were him, instead of going up there and saying, by you subscribing to me or you using my referral link, that means that you have put trust into me, that you appreciate the information that I'm giving you, and I want to say thank you. He should be going up there and saying, out of this 28,000 that I've withdrawn, I'm sending, 0.1 BNB or 0.2 BNB, or, having, my directs that are under me get a certain amount of this or a certain amount of that. There is nothing. I've got here on my phone, I can prove it if anybody ever wants to see it. I specifically asked him if he ever is going to do an airdrop on MDT. He gave me 2 letters, N-O, no.
See.
The other thing that really tore me up was when he made his second video, which was about drip. And apparently 4X's came out and said that the dog contract is done. The UI, the dogs are going to be launched on Monday. The new UI is going to be launched on Monday. He apparently is bringing on a high-value marketing person, the CMO, Chief Marketing Officer, I guess, something like that.
Okay.
But when you look at the screen, and this is the key that maybe people just don't catch, but I did, and I'm pretty sure Money did too. When you look at his screen, he's got like 1.8 something thousand drip. But down on the bottom where it says referral rewards, it's 1.3 thousand. So to me, that means he's only earned 500 drip. Now that's substantial in itself to a degree, but he is making so much money off of us just watching him, or following him in a project, that it's for naught. I mean, he's not going to do anything for you, and he thinks him running his mouth about these different projects is like a godsend, and we owe him.
Right. Why does he think we owe him? Thank you, sir, for making this I don't understand where he's coming from with that.
He has, and it's sad because I was a huge supporter. Well, I say a huge. I really looked at him for advice because I was new to the space and I just didn't know any better. And he's one of the first ones that I could follow and everything. And I actually had private messages with him back and forth. And I, in doing his videos, he said, I'm not a YouTuber, blah 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 blah. And I said, what about with me being so new? How about you and I doing a video on, what it's like for a new person to come into the DeFi space, and to maybe give some other people some different ideas or different angles at looking at this.
Mm-hmm.
You're the only one that's doing that, and we're going to do that tonight.
Yep.
And so I have lost every bit of respect for him. Not that he's going to care. I don't think he is a good person. I think that he is a con artist. And I wish that there was a way that Baba and Tony and Sam and all them could revoke his address.
And I'm sure I'm gonna be, I don't know, I can't speak for these teams, but from what I at least see or feel, that they don't like him either. I'm pretty sure he's tried to shake multiple of them down and has pretty much dumped contracts.
Yeah.
MDT for sure. I can say that I can see that he has taken a lot out of that contract. That's all I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
And I'll say that I know Jay just said, Jonathan seems good. Everybody seems good until they're not.
Yep.
And when you follow somebody in the manner in which I followed him, and I go back and look at previous videos and see what he has said and what he has talked about, and now even in today's video, I don't want to say he's worshiping Forex, but now he's all, yeah, Forex, where before he was like, Forex, you're, what are you doing?
That was weird, right? That was it. I think his tone and how he said it. Hey guys, remember I told him this to do? Something doesn't rub me the right way. And not just that, Brian, the biggest thing that you have to understand, and not just here, in anything that we do, once you go in, you're going to want to learn a little bit from the people that's already in the space. One thing I can tell you about Jonathan, he only cares about views, and that is his biggest issue. He does not get a lot of the in-depth knowledge that he should get because he only pays attention to shillers. He only worries about views. That's the only thing that matters to him. And that's the reason. Now, the one thing I don't like, and we can move on, but the one thing I don't like is people like Jonathan, Stun, and some other people that's monetizing through YouTube. That makes me even more upset because, wait a minute, we're in a space where, you make a lot more influencing with what we do than YouTube could ever pay you. So it's just access greed. Like, okay, you need the extra $30 a month from YouTube. So that's just like, it just shows like, okay, this guy here, he's trying to take out of this community as much as he possibly can, and he does not care. At least that's how I took it.
Yeah, and when he goes up there and he was saying, I think it's not in this video, but in the MDT video, that he doesn't know how long this project's going to last. He said, I only thought it may last a couple of months, but we're already past that, and this is what I've made, and so on and so forth. Well, what he's not doing is he calculated how many people entered MDT alone just Saturday and Sunday, which was 125 people. Now, granted, with the millions and millions and millions that are global, that may be a very small amount, but it is more BNB coming into the protocol.
Right.
The other thing is that there's been 12,000 that was deposited, and there was 10,000 that was reinvested by its users.
Mm-hmm.
That speaks of stability.
Yep.
And he was very wishy-washy on it, which I don't understand how you can be when you've already pulled out $28,000.
Right.
It doesn't make sense.
And you got to understand something too, Brian. As an influencer, one thing is really hard, especially for guys like him who don't talk about for guys like him, it's tough to come up with material. So for him to basically pump this contract, what I'll tell you, they put that 5X in for people like him.
Yeah.
So he can't just keep draining his contract by himself. So he's promoting it to get more referrals so he can get more money out. That's
Yeah.
why he's doing it. He's not doing it for, oh, I believe in it. No, he does not. And I think the devs, I don't know these devs guys, they have their own thing. However, I will say I would think that some of them would agree that this guy is a problem to these contracts.
Oh
This is
yeah.
my opinion on that.
And
Okay. So yep, go ahead, bro.
it's just very unfortunate because I will say that when he first started his YouTube channel, I think at that point when I started following him, he had like 500 or 600 people, and within a very short period of time, he did explode.
Yep.
And
You know why? Do you know why?
no,
Got you. This is good for the audience too. In the algorithm, one thing you have to understand, when you want to be a shield, it's very, very easy to get in the algorithm. And not only just that, in this space specifically, him showing his face goes a little bit further,
yeah,
because new people coming in don't know the difference. So they don't
right,
know to hit on a muddy because I don't show my face, right?
right,
But for him, oh, he's an honest, and you get a feeling that he's more honest than he probably really is. But the biggest thing is the algorithm. That's the biggest thing. You can put out short 5-minute videos for the next 16 days, and you probably will blow up. And he's probably done that through TikTok. He's been on different platforms.
sure,
Another person who's really good at TikTok has been Ozzy Defi. People say, how do you get all these people? He's brought them over from other platforms. So that's how it works. And I just wanted to explain that. So
gotcha.
yep. Cool. So let's talk about the main subject of the day. Oh, Hex is better than y'all know what I'm about to say. All right. So I got Brian here. So Brian, I think it'd be easy because I can, I'll just run my mouth. I'll just ramble. Let's start from the top on any questions you have on the base level Hex, and then we'll jump into how to buy it, so forth and so on.
No, actually, I had already, I've already bought the Hex.
Okay.
I mean, I went and got ETH, and then I converted the ETH that I had into Hex, and so that's where I'm standing at right now. Is I just got the Hex in there, but I haven't staked it. I don't. I'm not really familiar or comfortable with understanding the strategies and things of that nature.
Gotcha. Okay. So yep. So what I'll do is I'll talk people on what is Hex simply, and then we'll talk about how to buy Hex. And then if you would, I'll let you screen share if you want, and I can talk you through the staking,
Sure.
which is most people want to see. They want to know what to do with the Hex when they get it. They don't want to just hold it. So
sure.
Okay, so just to kind of go back, and this is for everybody. If you guys have questions now, I got some hexagons, and I know I got some hexagons. JT, I know we got the Smock. Who's in the group? I can't remember his name. Who is it? Who's my hexagon in the group? Zach in the group. These guys know Hex. So correct me if I'm wrong. But what Hex is a certificate of deposit on the blockchain. Basically, it really was the first one on the blockchain. And I will say, from a DeFi perspective, this is the contract. It was the contract for our space. It really made the DeFi space. And what I mean by that is most of your top influencers, especially if they're older, have made their bones in this with Hex. So the certificate of deposit. Now, the reason he named the certificate of deposit, the owner, the maker of this is Richard Hart. I'm not going into him right now, but the reason he made a certificate of deposit is because if you go to a bank, one of the highest or the most utilized things that they offer is a certificate of deposit. So it's just easy to understand. And the way it works is, you can stake it, longer pays better and bigger pays better, right? But you get up to 38%, and it really starts at 38% a year returns based on, how long you stake and things like that, which we'll go through in just a moment. Go ahead. You got questions?
No,
Cut me up. Okay. Cut me off if you do. Okay. So let's go to learn more. Now, this is hex.com. To me, this is the easiest place to learn about if you want to learn about all the stuff that's going on with it, because this is directly from Richard Hart. So now you see, for all of you guys who might not know, Hex has a very, very, very strong group behind them, and it's called the Hexagons. And you see here, they got a race car, and Richard Hart also bought the biggest diamond in the world right here, right? And it's just kind of a backstory. He's gotten to this point based off of the success of the Hex token. And it's real. So a lot of people are like, did they make that much money? Yes. Hex made I don't know how many X, at least 1,000, 10,000 X, more than that. So it's just been a very, very good token. But now it's on the crevice. The same owner, the same maker of this, Richard Hart, is making Pulse Chain, right? So now he's making a blockchain to basically house his token and all other tokens. Basically forked Ethereum. So about Hex, real quick, just a couple stats. Just I know a lot of people want stats. The market cap is 31 billion with a B. Yeah, 31 billion. Price is down to 5 cents right now. At the market rank right now is number 17 in the market. It's market dominance, and this is, and I think they explain it here. This is the global crypto share of market by market cap is 0.6. 0.6. That's very good. Over almost 500,000 holders. And a lot of us, our families don't know what Hex is. If you ask them what is Hex, they won't know. I just want to go through a couple of this so you guys will know, what the numbers look like. And this is how many stakers have, almost 100,000 stakers, so forth and so on. And the price has doubled 13 times. So you could have had a lot of double ups with this contract. With this token if you would have been a part of it. Okay, just Spanish. Okay. Let's see. Now I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't really use hex.com. So this is me kind of learning what they have here with y'all. So now, okay, this is really, really key. Now, this is really simple on how to get into Hex. The first step is get a MetaMask. If you listen to this, most likely y'all have a MetaMask. So here's what it is. The next thing is buy ETH. That is one option that you can do, get the MetaMask and buy Ethereum. And then the next thing you do is swap it for Hex using Uniswap. And then you'll stake it, which we'll talk about. And I'll have Brian, we'll go through that with Brian in just a moment. But the main thing here is get your MetaMask. That's first. Now, one reason why Pulse Chain is even coming out is because of the fees, Ethereum's fees, right? So to do a transaction in this contract, it starts to be almost $100, $200 per, ending a stake, whatever. So Ethereum, yes, you can use Ethereum. However, and I know the fees are down a little bit. However, the main thing, I use is Binance Smart Chain. So let me show you guys how to purchase Hex with the Binance Smart Chain. And again, if you guys have questions, feel free to stop me and slow down. Actually, before I show y'all how to buy that for the Binance Smart Chain, let me talk about a couple more facts because a lot of people just don't know these things. Hex is the first blockchain CD. I just said that. Incredible performance. It's never been exploited, hacked. There's no pause. There's no dry powder needed. You know what I'm saying? It's here. You know what I'm saying? It's stable. And, in my opinion, I think Hex, if we had any token other than a typical stable that could be used as currency, I think Hex is the easiest setup to do that. There's a lot of it staked up. Okay. It also removes the middleman. Inflation, basically saying the inflation is capped. That's a very, very big thing. So it's not going to just keep getting more and more Hex. It's a capped inflation. I already talked about the APY. All right, so let's talk about buying it. So one way you could do that was through Uniswap, and so a lot of people do that. Another way you can buy, I hope I got some BUSD in my wallet. Another way you can buy it is through what I use is Change Now. Now some people use Atomic Wallet, which also has a swap there. I use Change Now because I don't have to do much. So let me show y'all. Let me see if I can buy. Let me see if they'll let me buy some real quick. Just a few minutes, Brian. I'm gonna let you jump on in here.
You straight?
All right. Okay, so I had 11 BUSD. Now, some of these other sites, I saw all these other sites. What I do, I take my BUSD. I come here and buy Hex. I don't care if I'm not getting the best rate. You see, Hex here is 1 to 10. You're gonna get a worse rate because of fees, and you gotta think they're bypassing Ethereum, all that stuff. You don't have to worry about it. It's gonna do it for you. Let me show you. Maybe I got some BUSD. Hopefully I do. So let's see. All right. So
Mud, I got a question.
Yep.
Okay. So if I were to go to changenow.io and I'm on the Binance Smart Chain,
yep,
I can take what BUSD I have in one of my wallets and I can convert it to Hex.
Yes.
All right. Now, when I get that Hex, how do I get that Hex over to the Ethereum network?
Very good question. So typically what we would do is we would bridge it. However, what Change Now does, it actually allows you to go from the Binance Smart Chain onto the Ethereum blockchain directly. So you don't have to do anything with this transaction. They've already calculated the fees and all that. So it goes directly to your Ethereum wallet. That is an excellent question. All right. So yeah, no, perfect. Okay, so hopefully let me do this. So now just I want to spend a little bit $12. Just not much, right? 120 hex. See, I understand. So again, after I do this transaction, they're going to allow me to do this through my MetaMask, through the Binance Smart Chain. And then again, to Brian's question, it's going to send it to Hex, and I'll show you guys. I'm sorry, send it to the Ethereum blockchain, which Hex is on right now, and I'll show y'all that. If it 10 minutes, I don't know. I don't know if I can show y'all in 10 minutes, but we'll see. Okay, let's confirm. I don't know if I got any in my wallet though. So either way, so you'll do. I don't know why I can't create, but generally you will hit this, and just like anything else, it'll be a red button here or a little orange button here that says deposit $12. All you do is hit that, and just like anything else, your MetaMask is going to pop up. Once your MetaMask pops up, all you have to do, just like anything else, all these contracts that we're in, is just accept that transaction directly in your wallet. So you never have to leave this screen at all, as long as you have enough in your MetaMask. That's all. Let me see if I got enough, because we don't have time for 10 minutes, but let me just see if I have something to start it. No,
We can do it online if you want.
Okay.
It's up to you. It doesn't matter to me.
Gotcha. Yeah, I don't think I have any BSC right now. Okay. So yeah, there's no big deal. I think they get the gist. So the main thing is using this as a vessel. Now you can also use, if you get Ethereum on the Ethereum blockchain, of course you can use the InterSwap and swap it directly for Hex. So those are the top two ways. And also Atomic Wallet has something similar to Change Now, which allows you to also change directly to Hex. So now the site that you want to go to is go.hex.win. So Brian, what I'm gonna do, I'm going to unshare. I'm gonna let you go ahead and share, and I'll let you do the driving, and I'll do the talking.
Okay, doke.
All right, so let me pull this down. Cool. Very good. So while Brian goes to go.hex.win, one thing that you guys want to check out on hex.com, and I'll probably go back over so you guys can see it again, is you want to make sure that you are looking at some of the community resources that's created for Hex. It's more than any other community by far. It's more than everything else in the DeFi degen space by far. I mean, by far. Hold on. Let me show y'all real quick while Brian's pulling it up. It's so many people. People have named I told y'all, people name their children Hex. It's a big deal. It's a really big deal. Links. Let's see. Okay. Oh, okay. There you go, Brian.
Is this where you want me to be?
Yes, exactly. Yep.
Okay.
Cool. So Brian, right now, I'm just looking at his screen like I'm looking at just like y'all are. So Brian right now has a couple thousand Hex that he wants to stake. Now, the key is, Brian, I'm gonna say this first. There's mechanics that's built into Hex staking that it does not pay. You will most likely lose a lot of money, depending on when, if you want to exit your stake. So Richard Hart is he's very big on people doing what they say they're going to do, keeping their word. So what I would strongly suggest, not financial advice, but do not get in a situation where you will need to end that stake early. If you do, it's going to be a waste of your time. And not just that, when anybody ends a stake early in this staking, it goes to basically all of us. So it adds to our T shares. Now, really quick, what is T shares? So T shares is the amount of Hex that you're going to get in the future based upon how much Hex you stake today and how long you stake it. So essentially, today when I started, I just say I had 1,000 Hex. Just say I could get one T share if I staked 1,000 Hex for a year. Right now, especially as Hex gets more popular, that T share price gets more expensive. So that same 1,000 Hex, it might be a half a T share now. So basically speaking, if you're in Hex, the easiest thing to do is to make sure you understand that T shares is how much Hex that you're going to be getting from the pot over time. All right, I'm done talking, Brian. So I know you're ready to roll.
I was listening to you because what I'm looking at, I kind of understand, but not really. I don't understand the purple thing, but
okay,
I will over time, I'm sure. But as we communicated before, I I'm not necessarily sure I want to put all my eggs in one pot. So
Mhm.
I was thinking of splitting it up maybe in half, like 3,000 and 3,300,
Okay. Yep. Yep.
and doing one for 180 days and doing the other one for 365.
Gotcha.
That way I could see what it does at 6 months, and then I can see, where we're at in a year.
I love that strategy, and I love talking strategy. Now, what I would tell you right now, if
Mhm.
I were you now, I got so many old stakes. I even got some, I got stakes I'm just waiting to close right now.
Sure.
However, if you're new getting into it, it makes sense to stake for half a year and a year.
Mhm.
However, what you're gonna want is you're gonna want your hex to be liquid when Pulse Chain comes out. I don't think it's gonna take 6 months for Pulse. Hopefully, it doesn't take 6 months for Pulse Chain to come out. So what I would do is I would stake for about a month. I might, in your case, I might take about, just an opinion, I would take about 500 to 1,000. Just even if I lose my Ethereum fees, I just want to see what happens for 1 month, just to see how much I'll be getting. But
Okay.
at the end of the day, you do what you want to do. But at the end of the day, you want to make sure you have a little something liquid for when Pulse comes. Um, so now, and you see as Brian's playing with the numbers, I'm happy he's doing that. So at the top, there's the stake bonuses. So you see larger pays better. So if you have, just put a zero behind that number there at the top, Brian, behind that 3,000. Just make it 30,000. Now, do you guys see how much that larger extends how much hex you'll be getting in that time frame? So larger is a big thing. And now if you go down to the next line, Brian, and add a zero behind the days.
Okay. So leave it at 30,000.
Yep, just leave it at 3,000. Yep, and just go put a zero behind the day. Yep, that's fine. Yep, and just put a zero behind the days. Boom. Okay. Now, do you guys should? Yep, you see how that jumped up. So longer also pays better. So that bigger pays better, longer pays better. It tells you how many hex you're gonna get. So right now the main thing is, we don't have enough hex to make it a bigger pays better effect, really. But the longer in this case is going to be doing very well for us. So now when we started, it was people with millions of hex, which the bigger pays better would make more sense. But for our case, especially all of us new coming in, the longer is going to be the key. But you have to make sure that you can stick to that time frame. Now, while Brian's kind of working a little bit, I will say, one of the mistakes that one of the mistakes that I made is not being prepared for the hex price to jump. After pulse, you got to be prepared for if this thing does a 50x to make sure you're in the right position to do what you need to do, if that makes sense.
All right. So a question that I have,
Yep.
and correct me if I'm doing this right or wrong.
Mhm.
If if I looked at the 59,654 number,
Mhm.
that would be the amount of hex that I would get after 1,800 days depositing 30,000 hex, correct?
Correct. 1,800 days, 30,000. Correct. That's how much you would get
All
after
right.
that
So
amount.
if I did the math on that, basing on today's price at 5 cents,
Mhm.
I'm actually after 1,800 days, which is what, a little over or a little under 6 years, like 5.5 years, something like
Yep.
that.
Something in that range. Yep.
I'm making $2,900.
Mhm.
Is
Yep.
is is that locking up that much money for $3,000 after 5.5 years worth it?
So now, that's a very good question. If you're looking at today's price, no, it's not.
Mhm.
However, the one thing you have to understand, Brian, this is what's I didn't know about Hex. It wasn't explained to me, so I'm glad I can say it to you guys. One thing you got to understand is that total longer pays better, that total amount that you expected there, that is the base minimum. Most likely, it's going to be higher than that. The reason
Mm.
I say that is because people in their stakes all the time. And when
Yeah.
they emergency in stake, all of us get a higher percentage. So that's just showing you, to me, a worst case scenario, how much hex you'll be getting. Now, another thing you have to pay attention to is price appreciation. I typically don't like to talk about price tokens and stuff like that. Hex, however, is different. The main reason, and I wish I could show you guys a graph, I will next time, but the main reason is because there's so much of it staked up. So just like anything, when you shrink the supply of something, especially how much of this stuff is staked up, if you shrink the supply, obviously, what does that do to the price?
Right.
So if you're looking, just say I got started on day 4, right? One of the biggest things back then was we don't know if this thing is going to last past. It was an initial auction phase. However, me not knowing, I just staked further past that, and I'm so happy I did because I think what Richard Hart, the point of this is he doesn't want you moving your money around. He don't want people trading and stuff like that. He wants you to have some kind of token where you can sit still and know you're going to make some kind of gains. And that's what he's done with Hex. So the tokenomics is a little bit different because it's a lot of this stuff staked up, and not just staked up for a month or two, for 15, 10 years.
Right.
The max stake is a 5.555. So, and Brian, I just ramble sometimes, so please tell me if I'm hitting your points.
No. You're educating me, and that's what I needed. And hopefully, if somebody else watches this as well, that's something that they needed too, and can take value from it.
Good.
So my next step, I guess, would be just to hit stake.
Yes. Now, hold on. So, before you hit stake, make sure is that the amount of length you want, and that's the amount that you want to put in.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's going to be my 6-month limit.
Gotcha. Okay. So, yep. Go ahead and hit stake. Should be on the Ethereum blockchain. That is a wonderful gas price. Oh my goodness. We are not used to seeing a $6 gas price. Like, trust me, that is not regular. So that's good.
Well, shit, it cost me $50 just to get this amount of ETH.
Yep.
I was like, shit.
Gosh, Brian, I wish it, man. I don't even want to listen. I think it's ETH.WTF. You can put a contract address in there and see how much people have spent on gas. Brian, it's embarrassing how much I've spent on gas fee. It's embarrassing.
I'm sure.
Yeah, it's crazy. Okay, so it's Ethereum gonna take a little second, but it should be popping up. Oh, wow, nice. All right, so now we got the pending stake in there. So it has the start date and has the end date. The major thing there is going to be the T shares. So right now, Brian has 0.1 T shares, which is not bad. And also the one thing he's going to be looking at is going to be his yield. So every time he comes over to Ethereum, wants to look at Hex, he's going to look at that yield and say, okay, I see what my stakes are doing. Now, Brian, one stake that I do, this is kind of a vet thing that I do. Once you get even a more chunk than that, one thing I do is I take out my stake when it's done, right?
Mm-hmm.
I just say I had 100,000 in one stake. I take out, and I've just said I made 1,000. I take that 1,000 out. I put half of it back onto that stake and put it on for another. I do 30 days, but you can do 60 days. And then I take the rest of the half and I pay myself, or I just hold it in my wallet and hold it for something else.
Gotcha.
Yep. So my main thing is, whatever strategy you guys choose, just make sure that it's something that correlates to what you want to be doing 6 months from now. And one thing with Hex that I wish somebody told me is that you can't plan for the other stuff that's going to be happening, because there's going to be so many other projects that's going to be coming out. But Hex is like a mainstay. It's one thing a lot of us influencers, we forget to talk about it, honestly, but all of us have it, all of us. So,
all right. So now,
JT said Hex is looking bad with Richard. Sorry, I missed that, JT. He said Hex is looking bad with Richard's antics. JT said it seems like he speaks the truth like muddy. Hey, I appreciate that, JT. Yeah, Richard's antics. Now, while I know Brian's working around here, but just to kind of talk about Richard Hart real quick. He's a very, very colorful individual. That's putting it nicely. Like, this dude is left field for sure. And his antics, there's a lot of serious investors in Hex. If y'all don't know it, man, Hex, more than Bitcoin, more than probably, I don't gonna say more than Bitcoin, but more than most other tokens, have made a lot of people rich. And there's no reason to believe that they won't keep going just because of the tokenomics and mechanics. Okay, where we at, Brian?
I'm still waiting on the second one to go through here.
Okay, so how long did you do the second one for?
30 days, 500 at 30 days.
Okay, smart man. Now that's gonna kind of let you kind of play around a little bit, especially when Pulse Sex comes and Pulse comes, because that Hex that you're gonna see that's gonna be that short stake is gonna turn into a similar Hex stake on Pulse Chain. So in 30 days, you're gonna want, most likely when Pulse Chain comes out, you're gonna want to start farming, and that 500 Hex could go a long way. Especially you'll have a little bit of head start on other people who didn't get in Pulse.
All right,
good stuff.
Okay, so,
and the one thing I will say, Brian, is that USD value, it's easy to look at the USD value, but over time, you're going to start learning to look at the yield and the T shares. The USD value is going to fluctuate. Trust me, I've
Yes.
seen it very low and it gets very high at good times. So, okay. And you're doing the rest for, you said about a year?
You know, because you're saying Pulse Chain's going to be, you know, possibly coming out within the next 30, 60 days, I might do this one for 60 days.
Okay. No, let me change your mind, Brian. You know,
No.
because longer does play better. Yeah.
Well, the reason being is because, you know, if we're playing on what the market could possibly do, I'll say this, and I've been hesitant to say this because I heard what you said earlier that, you know, everything is down because of the market, and it's not. It's because of certain influencers, blah, 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 blah. I get that, but I also, and this, I'm not trying to get into politics. I swear, I already ran for city commissioner, and I'm glad that I lost. But what I will say is our overall market, stocks, bonds, crypto, DeFi, everything, I believe in my heart will flip when the White House changes. I mean, it just is what it is. You think of where we were and where we are, and it's not a coincidence that everything is going down. I do hope in DeFi that, you know, that we're at a bottom, that we've hit the bottom, in that, you know, some of these projects and everything that are coming out can really flip the market and start, you know, going up and to the right. But I have wanted to get into this, or the reason that I got into DeFi anyway was not for a quick ROI. I mean, if I can get it, that's great, but that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for something that, you know, when I retire in the next 10, 12 years, if not sooner because of this, that I know that I'm going to be okay.
Yeah.
And that is where you have to have the mindset of longer is better.
Yeah.
But with me just getting into Hex, I want to get my feet wet, and I think that this is a good way to do it. And then to continue to build from that.
Yep. Good points. And on this show, Brian, I'm not afraid to talk politics. Now, I'm not political, but I don't mind talking about them. A lot of people run from it. I'm not scared to talk about nothing. So for me, you know, I think now we're talking America. Remember, you know, Hex, and not just that, crypto is worldwide too. So of course we got our issues over here, you know what I'm saying? But but also other parts of the world, you know, Europe and some other areas, they might have some different takes. But what I will say though, as far as longevity, and this is just my personal opinion, I'm gonna be real. I think Hex, if I had to bet on any cryptocurrency outside of Bitcoin to be that long term, like you were talking about, Brian, it would be this. And then especially because it's a certificate of deposit staking.
Yeah.
It doesn't get better. Like, you know how retirement work, IRAs. That's still stock. This is safe. Like, to me, it is. Now, I've been in it, and a lot of people won't agree with me, but to me, this is the best bet that I've seen in crypto, in my opinion.
Well, the one thing that I see from it, and I am just brand new to this, so please, if I am talking out of turn, please forgive me. I'm not saying that I know anything about anything. I haven't seen this take such a large decline like some of these other protocols have. I mean, I love my piston, and you know, but it is steadily continuing to go down.
Going down, yeah.
And I don't really know what the reason for that is.
Well, yes, there's a couple of reasons. But I'm gonna let you answer this because I think we just talked about. I just want to see how much. It's kind of a pop quiz, Brian. Why do you think Hex hasn't went down? Guess.
I just think that the duration of the protocol or of this project, the duration of the project, the amount of investors in it has allowed it to maintain strength and continue to to grow to where it was, where people were making nasty money. And even in this small dip going down, if this thing went below a penny and then just kept on going like a Shiba Inu, I would say, hey, what's going on? But I don't get that sense about this. And, I do hope Ricky, does what he says he's going to do and puts it out. And, from what I understand in the videos that I've watched and some of the people that I've listened to, he's always been, I guess, a man of his word to a degree. So I think that's what has held on to the sustainability of this.
That's a very, very educated guess. And you're actually spot on. Couple things. The main thing to me is where we are, cybersecurity is very important. Security in general is very important. The one thing is that this thing is rug proof, exploit proof, all of that stuff. And that's very, very important for me to come just say, Brian, if you were never in crypto, if I say, hey, this thing has never exploited, nothing like that, but everything else has had problems, you would be like, really? What is this? So that's one reason, is the safety. I think we can always go back and trust that, it is what it is. Another thing is, to a certain degree, Richard Hart has been a man of his word. Now, a lot of people think that, Richard Hart has kind of been on a limb, what I'm saying, with some different things. But as far as, him coming through and Hex doing what he said it was going to do, it did just that. A lot of people, now you got the Hex kids right now, we have some issues with them. But previous to now, I'll tell you, Brian, you had to be crazy to get in Hex. Everybody was flooding it. It was out of control. So, Muddy, I'm one of the crazy people. Like, literally, we were looked at as stupid people for dealing with Hex. So yeah, Richard Hart has been a big man of his word. And then the last thing, not the last thing, but one of the things is, to your point, is it's a lot of it staked. You said, hey, I know Shiba Inu, some other tokens go down in value and all of that stuff. The reason why you haven't seen violent red candles from Hex is because it's so much of it staked. On another time, I'll take us through all the stats and see how much is exactly staked. And what I generally do, Brian, now today, this is kind of like a novice how to stake on Hex. What I generally do, because I have some 15, 10 years, I believe in this thing. So what I do is I set my end stake, or I set my length according to when the whales are getting out. So I make sure I get out like a week before or a month before them. So that's just kind of advanced strategy, what I do. But yeah, I think what you said is spot on. That's exactly the reason why people love Hex. And that's why you have Hexicans. Some people have channels that talk about nothing but Hex all day, and that's just what they do. So very, very good observation there. Smock said he wants the people in the emergency. Now, real quick. So when Smock's talked to, he said he wants the people to emergency in-stake so that they will lose their big payday. So one thing that y'all have to, Brian, if you would go to the transform tab on go ahead. Go.
You mean on Hex?
Yes. Yep. Go to the.
Okay. Give me just a second. I just actually got out of it. Give me.
I'll take your time. Yep. And I see some. I think Gary is in the end. I'm gonna bring you up in just a second. If you want. If not, you can listen. But I would love to bring you up and have some talk about Hex or whatever you want to talk about. In just a moment. Because I want to explain what Smock is saying. Because if you knew the big payday, you're not gonna even know. You're not gonna care what that means. Okay, so what this is this is the transform lobby. So there was a year period, or just under a year, where we had opportunities just like Averyx and some other contracts where we can get in every day. And if y'all see all those numbers, there's a total ETH that was in every day. You see how much that is? We don't have contracts or projects these days with that many ETH in every day. I don't even want to count how much money that is every day. However, so this was the base thing. Now, at that 351, y'all correct me if I'm wrong in the chat. That was the big payday day, whereas we had a big jump. We had a lot of additional Hex that was given to stakers, and Richard Hart kind of pulled the rug on us. I'm not gonna go there. That's for the vets. We'll talk about that another time. But basically, what big payday is if you believed in the first year or so, you got a big extra amount of hex after that 351st day. And obviously that was 2 years ago. so we were way past that. But he was just saying the emergency in stake. If those people who are in the big payday, they have a lot of hex coming. So he basically saying Ricky want people to emergency in stake so we can all have more hex, basically. Shout out to Spock. He's Spock vet though. Stock vet. So we talk. That's a vet talk. So yep. Shout out to them for that. He said Joe Dirt ruined America. Yeah, we're gonna have to have a politic day. I have feelings about all of them. You know what I'm saying, Joe?
Well, Mo, let me ask you this: yep. What is your true feeling or your true belief with Drip and Animal Farm? Is it dead? Is it dead?
I think. You put me on the spot, right? No, that's good. It's good. I like this. I think that Drip has an opportunity to survive. I think Animal Farm was an experiment, and I think Animal Farm, I'm not gonna say it's dead now, but I think it's going to drain fairly fast because if you wasn't in Manor Farm, especially, but if you wasn't in Animal Farm before farming, what you got to understand is there was over hundreds of millions of dollars staked in here. Farmers came from all over just to stake in this platform. Mm-hmm. So that alone, I think is going to drive the dog price down tremendously. So, tough question, right? That's a tough question.
Well, the reason I ask is because, I'm not, but I could see myself being very close. I think, if nothing else, but for by luck, being a whale.
Okay.
In the farm.
Okay.
Let me see here. I think it's this one, and I have no problem showing my stuff. It is what it is.
I'm like that too, right? Okay.
So
now
this is what I see.
Okay.
Right. When I first got into this.
You got it early too, Brian. I like that time on there. Okay.
A plant was $5.40.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right. Now it's below 5 cents.
Yeah.
So it just.
Now, Brian, I know you wasn't. We didn't have a money crypto movement back then, but I will tell you, and I had a whole. Go check my old video. I had a whole video saying what was going to happen. All of this was an experimental project. Drip liberation. That was the biggest problem, I thought. Then you had Drip garden. It's 3% per day is not meant to last. Forex knows that. He's even said that he knows that. So yeah, it drains slow, but it's still, it's going to go down the price.
All right. So now this is one of my wallets for Drip. I've got 5. This is one of them, and it's a small one. Now the reason I wanted to bring this up is because this is what Drip is right now. The other thing is because you show it in the beginning of your videos, you look at what the coins are going at, and I believe BNB right now is under $300.
Yeah, 280 something. I thought.
Yeah. So if you were to spend $600 and get 2 BNB, you would jump up over 60 Drip.
Yep. Quick. Yep.
Now, if that can happen and people had, like a one last hurrah with this thing, I could see that kickstarting the farm. But I still don't know. I don't know if Forex has done so much damage to it that it's just not retrievable.
Got you. So to me, when you say Forex has done damage, I don't think it's Forex. The issue is, even if somebody came in and bought that mini Drip, and what you do when you enter the faucet, you're actually burning your Drip. So when they get in, they get that new Drip, what they're actually doing, and I can bring this up, and this is why even when Bank Teller came on for the AMA, or it wasn't a real AMA, but when he came on, we talked about the wallets a lot. The reason we talked about that is because there's always going to be whales in this contract. Always. And it's impossible for them not to be whales. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. They just do more wallets and just keep compounding, make sure they stay above float, so forth and so on. So that's what made it kind of tough. And I just lost somebody. I had somebody coming on. Come back up, man. I sorry I didn't acknowledge you. I know I was gonna bring him up in just a second. But yeah, that's a big issue with the faucet. It's the whales. It's not the new people coming in
Yeah.
because it's so much to make up. You gotta think we were selling this stuff at $150, and you know what I'm saying, all the way down. Whales have been selling this stuff, and not just that, they're still, even if you bought 1,000 of them, you're not even gonna come close. Some of these guys have 1,000 in their wallets.
And you notice this team that says 4 or 4. These
Nice.
4 are my other wallets.
Oh, okay. Okay, you built under yourself.
Yeah.
Well, you better airdrop yourself then.
You know, I haven't received any airdrops. Yeah, the only one that's ever airdropped me, and he's done it as he said he would, is Philly from the Piston team.
Okay, nice.
And you know, but this is all just been educational. I mean,
yeah.
But yeah, whoever you were, call back in. Come on, man.
Man, call back. I missed them. But I catch them last. I didn't catch the full name. Cool. So Spock says with the big payday, the minimum stake time should be at least 5 years. That will allow for a minimum double amount be staked. Okay. Yep. So some more advanced stuff. So if you stake at least 5 years, you'll double up the amount of hexes you have staked. So he was just talking about that.
Gotcha.
Yep. And Brian, I know, people got to go and stuff like that. I'm on, man. Oh, I'm on. Okay. Shout out to, I think his name is Gary. Gary just gave me a link. I'm gonna put this link up. I think you want to talk about the Every Hex link. I would love to have you back up, Gary. My bad, man. Some people have to go, so I appreciate it. But this is a useful link. I'm gonna put this in my link tree too. Thank you, Gary. But let me show this really quickly.
Yeah,
Brian, don't go nowhere. You hanging out today, man.
Well, I gave the screen back to you. I think.
Okay. Did. Cool. Yeah, Gary, come back up, man. Come back up. My fault, man. He's like, Gary, like, oh, you guys are talking about. Oh man, no, Gary, you good, man. You good to go. All right, so let me show this.
Hey, Big Smock, what does EES mean?
That's emergency in-stake.
Oh, okay.
Yep, emergency in-stake. Okay. Thank you, Gary, for this. Appreciate this. And Gary, please come on and talk hex to us. I know you're a vet, man. But no, this is the everyhexlink.com. I've never even seen this site, so this is fire. But it looks like everything, all the main links are here. So Hex main site, the staking site, how Hex works, all of that stuff is here with text space. That's good. Now I know I said a little bit today, but they're gonna have the more detailed stuff, and obviously Richard Hart is very big on Twitter, so I would suggest following him on Twitter. It's very colorful, but you will get some gems every now and then. So just kind of siphon through it. His YouTube. Now, what I do say, even more than the Twitter, I would suggest his YouTube. His YouTube, he's an acquired taste. Has anybody ever, like, the first time you drink beer, like, it's an acquired taste, you know what I mean? But he's an acquired taste, but his YouTube is helpful, and you will learn how smart this dude is. I hate to say it, but Richard is still a genius. You know what I'm saying? He's a smart guy. Yeah. Really, really smart. And a couple more things before we get up out of here. So these are the places that you can trade. So you got Uniswap, Etherscan, TradingView, all this good stuff. Appreciate Gary for that, man. This is a good site. Also, you got some staking front ends. I'm not gonna go into all that today, but the main thing we need to know about is go.hex.win. That's the main one. Look at all these telegrams, and they don't kick you like the other ones. They kick people, but not like the ones we're in. Very good, very good. Oh, nice. See, this is a good site. I don't know if Gary, is this your site? My fault, Gary, but this is a good site. Okay, so he also has the best US fiat on ramps. Listen, this is important. Make sure you know your on ramps has the best wallets and all of that stuff. So this is some good stuff, man. This is some good stuff. So if you guys have any more questions about Hex, please feel free to reach out to us. Also, man, make sure y'all hit that like, man. Make sure y'all hit that like. Brian, as always, you gonna hang out. I appreciate you hanging out to the end, man. Thank you for coming on. Appreciate it. I think a lot of people learned a lot about Hex, and a lot about what the space can offer, what Hex can offer the space. So appreciate you, man, as always.
Well, I would like to say this, and this will be my last thing for tonight. Remember, notice I said tonight. Tomorrow's another day.
Right.
If there's anything that I would hope people can take away from this, as not only you, but there are other influencers that do say it too.
Yep.
Do your own research. Be careful with what you're doing, because everything always looks good until it's not. And I would say that people really need to dive deep into the people that they're allowing to influence them. Just because he may or she may have a nice studio set up or may have a nice forward page and all this, doesn't mean that they're actually the person that you think they are and or need to be influenced by. Take it to your own heart. This is your hard-earned money that you're talking about, whether it's money that you're pulling out of a paycheck or a savings account or a retirement account or whatever the case may be. Just do your due diligence on this, and just be careful. You've got a guy that's here, Muddy Mo. I feel very strong with him. I actually we'll go deeper into this later in another time. I'm thinking about seeing if he would be interested in actually expanding his YouTube in a partnership type thing, because he's got the expertise. I've got the newness that I think can help a lot of people, and the others that are OG, so to speak. He's got the technical for you. So that's a talk for another day, but I just hope everybody does well and makes a lot of money.
Wise words, man. Wise words. Yeah, bro. We'll definitely be talking, man. As always, man, one of the show favorites, Brian, man. Appreciate you, Brian, man. I love that, man.
My pleasure.
See you, man. See you.
Bye.
That is the man right there. Listen, I'm going to let y'all go. Listen, all I'm going to say, what we take away is go back real quick. We talked about Averyce today. If you want to get into some staking, don't get stuck in these contracts, especially if you're getting dividends, use it. All right. Also, we talked about a lot about Hex. Shout out to Brian. Big thanks to Brian. As always, Smog JT, everybody who was in the chat. Also, Gary for dropping us the banger, the banger site. Again, that site is, and I'm gonna put this also in the link tree. Heavyhexlink.com. Fire. Thank you for that, Gary. Y'all know, listen, I ain't been in Hex in a while, so you know what I'm saying. But no, a lot of people in Hex, they they know to send you. So shout out to them for that. But all in all, y'all, make sure you, again, Brian said some really wise words. Make sure you listen to the right people. All right, there's opportunities out here, but you have to make sure that you're under an umbrella or you're gonna get rained on. All right, man. Y'all be good, man. Do something good for somebody today. All right, y'all want to hear more? Stay tuned.